Welcome back. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a video on this game called American Dream. Look down the barrel of a future where all of your everyday needs can be solved with a gun. Once you break this game down, it's basically Job Simulator in the 50s with guns that solve all your problems. Now to describe this game more, how I did say it was like Job Simulator, it's more like a Job Simulator mixed with a Fallout 3 growing up childhood life. Well, if you don't know, in Fallout 3 you start off as a baby, and then you go into your teenage years where you get your Pip-Boy, and then you go into your, I guess, late teens when you leave the vault itself looking for your father. Basically it does that in a various amount of cutscenes, and this game kind of does it too. You're basically sitting on this roller coaster ride that pushes you through your life, and you don't stop, but it seems like it's some type of wannabe advertisement slash futuristic, kind of like how it has that Job Simulator tossed in there. But the game itself is actually about 3 to 4 hours long, depending on how fast you are, because if you mess up on some parts, you just mess up and they could take longer. And there's some parts where you can do a lot faster if you're focused, I guess, or accurate enough to shoot. But it pushes you through this an American exaggeration comedy slash Cold War feeling, because like I said, this is based in the 1950s, so it was like right at the beginning of the Cold War, and it seems like there's a lot of propaganda on why guns are so good. Not saying they're not, but there's a lot of comedy in this. But that's enough there. You guys already have the gist of the game. In my honest opinion, this game is actually pretty good, given it. I was not a huge fan of Job Simulator. I felt like it dragged a lot, and I felt like towards the end of this game I knew where it was going, and it low-key dragged a little. But let's say you wanted to play it, and I showed this to my friend, and he was like, dude, I want to try that game. But it did feel like it's low-key dragged at the end, but it was a very enjoyable 3.5, 4 hours-ish. Now saying that, I'm trying not to spoil the game because I feel like I could only play this 2, maybe 3 times in a row before I would probably never touch it again, and it would be more of a social game overall, because like I said, there's a lot of comedy in this game and a lot of over-exaggeration with the American Dream. But as you progress through your life, you end up doing different things. Like right here, I'm just chilling in the yard, mowing my grass with my Tommy gun, and there's birds trying to eat my pie my wife made me. Also, you have a kid, you go to a boring job, and whatnot. Now, I would probably have to slap this with a 89 out of 100 for VR games, because this one really had a healthy amount of comedy in it. And I don't know what's up with the money system. You make money, you spend money, and there's no real goal with it. But besides the point, I would have to say this is probably one of the games that I would highly recommend picking up with a VR headset, because 1, you can play it just by yourself, and then 2, you can also play it socially. So if you got people hanging out and playing VR, this is one of the games that you'd pop out, because it is, I guess, technically socially acceptable and funny. Let me know what you guys think about this game in the comments section. If you want to watch me play any, go ahead and drop them down too. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you want to see more, subscribe.